The apprehension is things that the world knows the truth. Expose the lies, study the bloodline. The apprehension is drive for the Spanish, Dutch, and the British arrived. Saying we was from Africa, stole a birthright. That's a trick move, something that a dirty war would do. Bang your nationality of the land, you get screwed. So we studied your background, your cities you from. Fake as history, we ain't go up here on no boat. Frontin' like you indigenous to the land, you disgust me. Tomahawks back in our hands, it's getting ugly. You running around screaming black power, cause sales to the truth, livers fell with the bull and high hell. Native Americans butt hurt, can't tell, cause they know damn well the charlatans ain't real. Respect the aborigine, this land is all you know, you all. You still a guest, motherfucker. I have one little, two little, three little Indian brown hearts, but blood keep killing them, telling them myself. I have one little, two little, three little Indian brown hearts, but blood keep killing them, telling myself. House nigga, real nigga, fake nigga, feel nigga. My skin ain't black, what the deal, nigga? Slow on my real shit, it's aborigines. Owners of the land and every goddamn tree and every goddamn sea. Invaders every cross, step foot on the land and you can step the fuck off. Breathe, you gon' make a swing the sacred tomahawk. Fucking around with us with that black constant. Fake pics of slave shit, that's the reference. With African blood, you gon' need more evidence. I'm American, Aboriginal, indigenous, she walking to your lane test. That shit is rhetoric, stay woke. Aboriginal, get out. The Civil Rights Acts, boy, you can eat big now. It's not Stockholm syndrome, mix kids out. Phoenix Moon got the antidote, get that shit out. Meanwhile, rapping about my birthright, fuck a freestyle. Each man, each woman, each child. Black race is really Indians indeed now. Man, they indeed now. Holy dog, title 18, G goes. Pilgrims get beat gold with Phoenix and Beast Mode. Bring them up peoples out of the sleep hole. We ain't black, colors, Africans, or Negroes. But one little, two little, three little Indian brown hearts for blood. Keep killing them, telling myself. I had one little, two little, three little Indian brown hearts for blood. Keep killing them, telling myself. Halito. Chamachukma, what's up, you beautiful ones? Just came through with a little bit of drop. Couple things going on in the Supreme Court. Concern. So now, first of all, you know, back in the days, I used to throw parties, and I said I was trying to stay off the radar, but I hooked up with my peoples. We about to throw a big ass shebang November 26th in Elfin, New York, right? It's right outside of Yonkers and Mount Vernon. Some of the territory DMX and the Loxes used to running through. But anyway, we having an all black masquerade ball, so you get all elegant and fancy and all that, right? You know, I gotta let niggas know, you know, we get it in when we get it in. So this is personal. This has nothing to do with Indian country, but you know, sometimes you gotta put your whole body out there and let everybody know you still here, you still kicking, and yes, nigga like me still snatched at 47. So I'm totally excited about that. That's gonna be November 26th. And it's a masquerade ball. So if you've ever been to a masquerade ball, you know how to come. And if you haven't, order you a nice little fancy mask. I'm gonna have my shit decorated and all of that with my tribal colors and shit, right? Just to keep it light. Let me shout out y'all beautiful ones out there. What's up, Dino? Hi, Miss Selena. We got Cherokee Peasy. What's up, baby? How you doing, beloved one? Robbie, hey, beauty. Nana One Star, what's up, beloved? Hey, Mike Taylor, how y'all doing? So we got this party coming up. I'm super excited. I got the new location for our event. We're going to do sometime in February. We got the No Grandma Killers New York coming up. Got a beautiful spot. So I've been networking. I've been doing what I got to do. And I've been healing. I got some dental work. Oh, yeah. Y'all ain't know this. Nigga got a tooth fixed. I got a couple of other things done. Spent a lot of bread to get my shit back together, right? From my car accident that I had that fucked my teeth up. Now my shit is straight. And I think for this next event, I'm gonna let y'all see how long my hair really is. You know, they be acting like Moon ain't got no motherfucking hair. So now this is about, me getting cute, getting elegant, and I'm hanging out with the people that I know. These are not the people that are necessarily an Indian country, but I'm loopy, right? And I gotta make sure that I stay looped in, right? Because I built my reputation over the course of 47 motherfucking years. So definitely now y'all get to see how me and my folks do it when we do it, and we do it big. It's gonna be elegant, it's gonna be glamorous, right? Because that's the type of shit we used to. If you ask anybody from back in the days, Moon always throws one fuck of a party, okay? If you've ever been to any of my barbecues, any of my cookouts, you know for a fact it's always plenty of everything. It's nothing but pure vibes, beautiful people, right? So I got all my beautiful people pulling up for this event. I also will be in Atlanta this weekend. It's one of my best friend's birthday party, and she's turning 53, so I'm super excited about that. Be in Atlanta this weekend, God willing. God willing. And I wanted to read it from a couple of these Supreme Court cases and shit. Because, they be acting like they got the drop. They be acting like they got dropped. And, the shit don't really got nothing to do with practical use for American Indians. And, it's just a waste of time if you can't get nothing to help you get your act right. You know what I'm saying? So two different cases in the Supreme Court regarding American Indians. Then we have another case that was previously in the Supreme Court. And I always talk about the McGirt case. And guess what they want to do? Make the McGirt case retroactive. So all y'all people that's related to the 5 civilized tribes, y'all might want to fucking tune in, because this shit might reverse ultimately be the lead up that reverses the entire Dorswell decision, the whole Dorswell Act, right? So people got to stay loopy and shit like that. They definitely want to stay loopy. And if they not, they in the wrong places. They in the wrong fucking places. So you got 2 new grants on American Indian sovereignty. So you have Denezpi versus the United States, and the justices agreed to consider whether prosecution in the court of Indian offenses can trigger the Constitution's double jeopardy clause. So when I talk about these niggas be talking about how sovereign they are and all this other fly shit, they are motherfucking lie. They ain't sovereign. They'll never get sovereignty status for the simple fact that they have no government. They definitely ain't got no fucking police, right? Or they be grabbing their homeboy or they fat ass homegirl with the big ass mouth, running the jibs all the time, just doing all this shit. They would definitely make them cover their motherfucking lips. But since they don't do that, it ain't hard to fucking tell who's on their way to sovereignty and who the fuck ain't, right? It ain't hard to tell. So anyway, now they want to make sure that this doesn't constitute the double jeopardy clause, and this is a weird offense. And I really fucking hate the fact that some of these Native American cases go to court on behalf of American Indians, which is completely fucking unfair. And it's always some goddamn debauchery and shit. Have y'all noticed? It's always some weirdo shit that they have done, or a weirdo crime that they fucking committed, and then it ends up going to the Supreme Court. So here it is. You have the whole bad guy, the whole weirdo who still has rights that have to be protected, still has rights that have to be respected. And they are dragging their no good ass rights to the very motherfucking end. So here's the story. Let me give you a little brief drop on these crazy motherfuckers. This case, now law is law. Whether you agree with how the shit turns out, how it works out is another thing. But the law doesn't give a fuck about how we feel about things. So this is where, again, I bring up like the Casey Anthony case. Even though we know damn well that woman murdered her baby, right? We know that the woman murdered her baby. She's actually guilty, but not legally guilty. Okay, so therefore she's been acquitted. There was some technical things that got thrown away, and the burden of proof was definitely on the prosecution, and they epically failed. This is how this killer bitch gets to go free after she done murdered her baby. But here with this Denezpi shit, it's always some fucking crime against somebody, some sexual deviant shit that ends up making these cases go to the Supreme Court that help the rest of us. Okay, so give me 1 second. Okay. So the Court of Indian Offenses is a trial court that operates in areas where tribes have jurisdiction over other Native Americans, right? Where they have jurisdiction over other Native Americans. And the reason why they do have jurisdiction over other Native Americans is because they have a government amongst themselves without sans any interference from the United States. But in the event that the United States does have to intervene, that stands for everybody. So some of this shit is good, as weird as it may be, what the circumstances are, but these decisions do affect us all. Well, they affect the American Indians. They do not affect Aboriginals because them bitches is lawless. Okay? Lawless. I got some old screenshots and shit from a few years ago where you see how these niggas turned out now versus leading up to it and me telling them, hey now, slow down now. You ain't gonna end up nowhere with that. And I told these people this 3 years ago. One of them is actually dead now. She's not even alive anymore after she done went where she went, unfortunately. You can't save them all, right? But niggas can't act like they ain't get no warning. They can't act like they didn't get a warning. Okay, so the Court of Indian Offenses is a trial court that operates in areas where tribes have jurisdiction over Native Americans. But where there are not tribal courts to fully exercise that jurisdiction, the question is whether the court constitutes a federal agency so that a conviction in that court bars a later prosecution in a federal district court for a crime arising out of the same incident. Now, even though this person that is bringing this shit to court is a whole piece of shit, they're absolutely right about fighting to not have the double jeopardy applied to them, because you have your separate government with Indian, with their specific Indian nation, and then here goes the U.S. Supreme Court with a decision as well, or forced to make a decision on how this shit shakes out for the rest of us. Like I said, I really don't appreciate some of these fucked up incidents is the reason or the catalyst that actually gets voices heard, get these cases heard in the Supreme Court. It shouldn't be like that, but whatever. It is what it is. The question is whether the court constitutes a federal agency so that a conviction in that court bars a later prosecution in a federal district court for a crime arising out of the same incident. So you got Ysleta del Denezpi, a member of the Navajo tribe, pleaded guilty in the Court of Indian Offenses to an assault charge in 2017. 6 months later, a federal grand jury in the United States District Court of the District of Colorado indicted Denezpi on a charge of aggravated sexual assault in Indian country based on the same underlying events. He was found guilty and sentenced to 30 years in prison. So now it's hard to tell because it looks like he got a slap on the wrist from the tribal government of the Navajo, and now here comes the United States trying to say, hey, this motherfucker committed a sex crime and he's got to be prosecuted. So now he's trying to save his ass from the double jeopardy, whatever little penance he had regarding whatever crime. They're saying they didn't word it in Indian country as a sexual deviant crime. So again, this goes back to the crimes against indigenous women. The same way we could say the black man is out here trying to fuck their women up. Same thing. This is why I say they're the same motherfuckers. If you notice, the Pan-Africans and those particular natives that we've been having issues with online, they kind of have a lot in common. Crimes against women is absolutely one of them that they both share similar. Crimes against their women, right? If you can make them all one and the same, this is what's happening. So now these niggas don't want to protect their women on the reservation neither. Right? So now here it is, me, the urban Indian. These niggas will let another nigga wait me in a train station in front of everybody and do nothing. They still slap five with them, still hang out, patronize, still act like there's some good left in these motherfuckers after they destroy the nation maker, right? Yeah, that's what they do. Then on the flip side, you have the Native American men that are not taking care of their women on these reservations. This is why every 5 minutes, 3 out of 5 women are getting fucking raped over there. Okay? That's right. That's right. So Denezpi contends that his prosecution in federal court violated the Constitution's ban on double jeopardy, which prohibits more than one prosecution for the same offense. See, now it's worded different. So if this man is a rapist by United States standards, whatever the Navajo have set forth in their bylaws or whatever in their tribal courts, it was just a simple assault. That is what is worded. I'm going to drop this article in there. Simple assault is what the Navajo said it was. The United States is saying, now, fuck that. It's rape. It's sexual crimes against women. Okay? See the difference. See the difference. What's up, I'm born here? So now, aggravated sexual assault in Indian country is what the United States is charging him with. Right? You see how they did a big fucking difference. But now this motherfucker wants this shit to go to the Supreme Court so he could get away with rape. And he uses double jeopardy to allow him to attempt to get away with fucking rape. So if you got a slap on the wrist from the Navajo, he thinks he's supposed to get a fucking slap on the wrist from the United States too. Fucking up. Right? Fucking up. Denezpi contends that his prosecution in federal court violated Constitution's ban on double jeopardy, which prohibits more than one prosecution for the same offense, under a line of cases known as the dual sovereignty doctrine. How many of these Aborigines are talking about the dual sovereignty doctrine? They don't, because they like to make people think that they're so fucking sovereign without a nation. Can't have a nation without clans. Can't have clans without tribes. Can't have tribes without family. But these niggas is linking up with motherfucking strangers, paying dues every motherfucking month. But they'll still pick up their phone and call Moon when their asses is pulled over at 3 in the motherfucking morning. They don't call their chief. They don't call their so-called fucking chief. They fucking call Phoenix Moon, and that shit is whack. And you know what Phoenix Moon does? I'd like to help you, but I'm going to redirect you back to your chief. Because your chief should be able to fucking help you. What the fuck? What are they talking about? And if they can't, then why are they your chief? It's a matter of people need to figure that shit out. They need to figure that shit out. So, also you have the government, which views the court as a tribunal exercising the powers of Native American tribes, says the dual sovereignty doctrine permits the subsequent prosecution. So because of the dual sovereignty doctrine, because he has two citizenships, he's a dual citizen, right? And the United States is saying, nah, motherfucker, you're a rapist. And you should be charged as such. Right? So this is when the government does what they're supposed to do. What's up, beloved one? This is when the government does what they're supposed to do and protect the indigenous women. Then you have Ysleta del Sur Pueblo versus Texas. The justices will weigh in on a dispute over the application of state standards to tribal gaming operations on Native American lands. The case involves a federal law that bars on tribal lands any gaming activities prohibited by laws of the state of Texas. The question is whether the law prohibits any kind of gambling that is banned under state law, or whether it goes further and also prohibits any gaming that the state regulates. The Biden administration recommended that these justices grant review, which the justices did last week, Monday. Two summary rulings on qualified immunity. The justices also issued two unsigned opinions, which they summarily, that is, without briefing on the merits or oral argument, reversed rulings by federal courts of appeals holding that police officers were not entitled to qualified immunity in lawsuits accusing them of excessive force. That's going to be a whole nother drop, whole nother story. Because now that they have passed these laws, Donald Trump left these laws in place to get some regulation done. The people have now in their communities forgot to call the police departments. They forgot to stay in touch to see what it is that they are doing to reform those police departments. So now they will wait until some bullshit happens to want to cry all over again about something that they already have there to help them fix. But these niggas hate the law. This is why they don't fucking have any law. This is why they don't have any. This is why. So that's that. That's that specific case, and that's going to be that's enough. That's worthy of another fucking drop. Also, in the Supreme Court, they are asking for that McGirt decision to be made retroactive. That is going to mean a lot. If you guys have been following the McGirt case and you know what that's about, you definitely want to check that out. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I just wanted to come through, bring those spicy meatballs, and let these motherfuckers know. November 26th, 2021, in Elmsford, New York, it is going down. It's going to be a masquerade ball. So order your mask now. Get your pretty ball gown. Brothers, get your tux together. Y'all want to come and get your hot step on, right? A night of leisure, fun, and excellence, right? Yeah, definitely pull up. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Tickets are on sale. $40. Bring your family. Well, don't bring no children. This is a grown and sexy event. Bring your spouse, bring your mate, bring your beautiful friends with you. It's time to come and cut the rug. Brothers, put your hard bottoms on. As long as you got your suit and tie, right? Definitely pull up. We want to come see you looking good and all that other fly stuff. You're going to see Moon in a way you ain't never seen her before. And my shit is snatched. You know, these niggas be calling me all types of men and everything. We'll figure it out. You come through, you pull up, you come meet the people that knew me since I was a little girl. Thank you. But that's that. Hey, cousin Liz, what's up, beauty? How you doing, beauty? So yeah, that's it. I ain't gonna hold you too long. I got a couple of other things to do, especially before this medicine wear off and shit like that. My little tooth and shit. Before the medicine wear off and my ass be sleep again. I definitely wanted to holler at y'all, but I got my shit together. I hope you got yours too. Pull up on us. It's your piece of lunch, kid.